Chef Andy here, and huge announcement. I just got done with 2 months of drinking no alcohol at all, and you are gonna be shocked at what I found out. I feel exactly the same. Exactly the same. Look, I told myself I would take 2 months off of drinking after my friend sent me this Andrew Newmanberger, that, you know who that guy is, who tells us about dopamine, the smart guy from Stanford. He had this podcast about how alcohol is so bad for you. My friend sent it to me, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to quit drinking altogether, but I'll take 2 months off, because the guy said in 2 months, your brain can repair itself from all the damage. So I said, okay, starting in January, I'm going dry January, and then I'm just going to keep it going for 1 more month. I'm doing 2 months, no alcohol, and I did it. But surprisingly, I felt pretty much exactly the same. I'm like 1 week in, 2 weeks in, I'm like, okay, like when am I gonna start feeling amazing, like sleeping amazing, and my skin feeling better, all this stuff. And to be honest, like 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, 4 weeks in, about the same. I felt. So what's the lesson here? Why am I making this video? And I think Americans in general, people nowadays, we're all looking for this magic bullet to make our lives better, to make our health better. And it's easy for podcast guys like Andrew Nuremberg or whatever this guy is to be like, oh, alcohol, cut that out. Oh, sugar, cut that out. Dopamine, smartphones, this, that, the other. There's always going to be something people are going to be telling you to cut out that's going to magically fix your whole life. It's like I drink very frequently. I drink at least a bottle of wine a week, mostly with meals, mostly with friends. And it's like that. I really enjoy that. It's part of my daily ritual. And I did it 2 months without it. It didn't make me feel better. I'm not going to give it up. Like, I don't care what the podcast guys say. I'm not going to stop drinking regularly. And most Italians drink like I do. They drink a glass of wine at lunch, glass of wine at dinner, the occasional aperitivo or happy hour with their friends. Maybe they'll have 10, 12 drinks a week, and that's it. But the thing is, it's like when you drink, how much you drink, the quality of the stuff you drink makes a huge difference. Like, okay, me drinking my 12 drinks a week, maybe it's 14, maybe some days it's 16 drinks a week, who knows. But I have a friend who works in finance, and he had to go cold turkey from drinking. Doesn't drink anything at all anymore, but he was describing to me how he would have to drink, and he would go out with his coworkers, with his clients during the week, and they'd go out for drinks, and they'd stay out late at night. They'd have like 5, 6, 7 drinks, and then try to wake up and go to work the next day. And he's saying he was just constantly fighting through hangovers and then kind of repeating the cycle. And like hearing him say that, like my liver and my soul just hurt for him. I'm like, yeah, you probably should do whatever you can to cut that out. Like that's not healthy, clearly not healthy. But that doesn't mean that I have to give up my little glass of red wine at lunch that I have before taking a nap, and the wine that I have with dinner, and the aperitivo I have with my friends on Friday afternoon. It's not. So to conclude, and before I do conclude, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. That really helps so I can keep making fun little videos like this. But yeah, to conclude, like, discipline is good, and making promises to yourself is good. It felt good to stick to my promise. I said 2 months, no drinking, and I stuck to it. Sometimes it was hard, but a lot of times, I gotta admit, it wasn't that hard. After a week or two, you forget about these things. But discipline is good, making promises to yourself is good, and checking in with yourself about what you're addicted to is also good, because it might not be alcohol, it might be sugar, it might be caffeine, it might be social media, it might be video games. Whatever it is that's got you, check in with yourself and, go a month, go 2 months, give it up cold turkey and kind of see how you feel. See if you want to bring it back into your life. I think that's great. And I did my 2 months, and I am 100% bringing alcohol back in to my lifestyle, and I feel good about that. So, and if you want to drink moderately, like, hats off to you. You don't have to listen to every podcast that your friend tells you. Wherever you are, wherever you're going, stay hungry and take it slow.